So we wanted to talk about the distance and the midpoint formulas in this section, and we will also cover the standard form of the equation of the circle. So first, let's talk about what is the distance and midpoint formulas. So we wanted to give 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2. We want to find the distance in between. Yeah, so when we talk about the slope, we talk about the rise and over run. Rise is y2 minus y1 each, which is the difference of the y coordinate. x2 minus x1 is the run here. Yeah. So when you look at the distance, the rise and the run, what did you see? These three lines may make a right triangle. So with the Pythagorean theorem, what do you know? So the two legs, the square of the two legs added together will be the hypotenuse square. Yeah. So it's the famous a square plus what b square equal to c square. So similarly here, it will be run square plus rise square equal to distance square. So what do we have here? So x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square equal to what? Distance square. So the distance will be what? Square root. Why don't we need plus or minus here? We do not need it because the distance is always positive. So we only choose what? The positive one. Okay. And the midpoint is defined like the average. So it's in the middle. It will be the x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, which is the average of this, the x coordinate and the average of the y coordinate. Okay. So let's look at the following example. So what will be the midpoint? And similarly, you can always label this x1, y1, x2, y2. So it will be a half x1 plus x2, a half y1 plus y2. So what do we have? 0 plus 5 and negative 9 plus 3 over 2. So it's 5 over 2. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. Okay. And what will be the distance? So square root of rise square x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Minus y1 square. So we plug it in. What do you have? 5 minus 0 square plus 3 minus negative 9 square. So we have 5 square plus what? 12 square. This is 25 plus 1, 44, which will be what? 13. Okay. So the next one, we want to give you the definition of the circle. A circle is a set of all points that are equidistant from a fixed point. The fixed point is called the center. The equidistance is called the radius. Yeah. So circle, this is the center, this is the equidistance. So the standard form of the equation of the circle, which will be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared. Here, hk is the center, r is the radius. Do you need to be careful? Here is, you always need to have what? Subtract. So it's opposite sign. And on the right side is r squared. And it's not radius. You have to square. Okay, so the next question is we want to find the center and the radius of the circle here. Before we do that, I think I wanted to review one thing for you. It's called what? Completing the square. If you do not remember, you can listen to here carefully. So x squared plus 2x. How could you make a perfect square? What do you need to add to make a perfect square? Do you remember the rule? It's always the middle number divided by, the middle number is plus 2, yeah? Divided by 2, then square it. Okay, so what will be the perfect square? It will be x plus whatever inside here. Okay, so use different. Is plus 2 divided by 2 is what? 1 square. So this you always to add this term. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, so it's the coefficient of x divided by 2, then you what? Squared. Okay, and then the perfect square is whatever. It will be x plus the coefficient of x, then divide by 2 square. This is the perfect square. So do another example. X squared minus 6x. What do we need to add here? So you plus, what do you want to add? The middle number, negative 6 divided by 2 square, yeah? And what will be the perfect square? It's x plus whatever inside, yeah? Whatever inside here is negative 6 over 2 square. So it's x minus 3 square. Okay, so this is completing the square. Okay, so then what we wanted to do here is to find the center and the radius. Why do we want to do this? Because we want to rewrite this into this form. So it's a perfect square plus another perfect square equal to what? R square. Yeah. So what word should we do? We wanted to group all the x term together. You wanted to add something we do not know. You plus y squared minus 4y. You may need to add something we do not know yet. Then you minus 12 equal to what? 0. Okay. So what do we need to add here? So plus 6, you always what? 6 divided by 2 square, and negative 4 divided by 2 square. Yeah. But one thing you guys need to be careful. When this is a what? Equation. So when you add something on the left, do not forget to add the same thing on the right. Okay. So then what will you get for the first 3 terms? So that will be x plus whatever inside here, inside this number, plus 3 square, y plus negative 4 over 2, negative 2 square, minus 12. Here is 9 plus 4 is what? 13. So what do we have? X plus 3 square plus y minus 2 square. And you should move the 12 on the other side. It will be what? 25. So what will be the center? Center is HK. So remember, here is minus, here is minus. So it will be opposite, yeah? So here is positive 3. It will become what? Negative 3. Negative 2, it will become what? Positive 2. It's the opposite. And what will be the radius? The 25 is what? your r square. So what will be your radius? Square root of 25, which will be what? 5. Be careful. Okay, that's for this section.